Restoration is brought to you by
Darling, find your beautiful.
First good day, every day.
Nestle, good food, good life.
Hisense, everyday prices for everyday people.
Yes, extra long sanitary pad for extra comfort.
We got yes protection.
It is wonderful to be back here with you. This is Restoration and my name is Stacy. Before we get it moving, let's go take a word from our sponsors.
Come on. Keep up with me. Let's go. I'ma keep winning till the world stops spinning. I'ma keep winning till the world stops spinning. I'ma keep winning till the world stops spinning. I'ma keep winning till the world stops. Independent women, let's go. Keep up with me, come on. Winning till the world stops spinning. Keep up with me, come on, let's go. I'ma keep winning till the world stops spinning. Independent women, come on, now let's get it. I'ma keep winning till the world stops spinning. Africa, you feel me? Come on, now let's get it.
New styles from Darling, find your beautiful.
Breakfast good day, every day.
Nestle, good food, good life.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
We are a people of choice and preference. Our choices determines the quality of our lives. Our preferences depends on vast reasons. Hisense has all the reasons.
Hisense Inverter Fridge is very elegant. Efficient cooling system that keep your food fresher.
Hisense means quality, long-lasting quality.
Hisense AC is energy efficient. It's super chill and it does not make noise. Watch all your seasonal football matches on Hisense TV. Only Hisense gives you 5 years warranty. Hisense everyday prices for everyday people.
Hisense, life reimagined.
I remember the days I just couldn't go to the gym because it was that time of the month. Yas extra long sanitary pad took the worry away. Easy.
Yes, comfort, I got. Yes, confidence, I got. Yes.
The new Yas extra long sanitary pad is the joy of every woman. It is extra absorbent and fits perfect. Don't allow anything to hold you back when it's that time.
Wow.
Yes.
Feel confident, stay fresh.
Hi, is it supposed to be that time of the month? Yes.
I got. Yes, confidence, I got.
Yes.
We got yes protection, I got.
Yas extra long sanitary pad for extra comfort.
We got yes protection.
Breakfast good day, every day.
Nestle, good food, good life.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
And we are proudly supported by La Palm Royal Beach Hotel, where we record every week, and also Jim Ray Estates. And I have some very exciting news when it comes to Jim Ray Estates. From now till the 31st of December, all you have to do is call Jim Ray and buy 2 plots of land, and they will give you 1 land for free. Is that not a good deal? So it's called the buy 2, get 1 for free promotion. It's just 15 minutes drive from Kaswa, the West Palm Hills. So please call Jim Ray now and make sure you're buying 2. Don't buy 1. because if you buy 2, you're going to get 1 for free. A very big thank you going out to GTP for my wonderful fabric. They have been doing this and supporting us all these years, and we say a very big thank you to Ophelia of ABS, Dansoman Zodiac, Ophelia ABS Collection. Thank you very much for this beautiful outfit. And to GH Beauty Artistry, Addo and your team, thank you very much for my makeup, and of course, Abiba Locks for my hair. Most people feel in war. They go through a lot of pain, they go through a lot of tribulation. But I have come to one realization that war also has a way of changing people's lives all around. It gives you a new lens to see life in different perspectives, and sometimes it even makes you a better person. Our guest for today will be sharing some experiences that will wow all of us. Please let's give it up for Pastor Addo. Pastor, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
And welcome to Restoration.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's my pleasure, because we have been communicating so long on Facebook, and I'm happy that finally we get to meet. Pastor Addo, let me just take it straight. Pastor Addo, meaning you're Ghanaian.
Yes.
How did you end up in Liberia?
Thank you very much. Actually, I was born in Liberia, Monrovia. But when I was 2 years, my father decided they have to come back home because he has to travel back. He has to travel back, then continue to the U.S. because he was working with the then President Tubman. So they brought me back home at the age of 2. Then after years schooling here, I have to go back to join my auntie. So that was what took me back and forth.
So when your father brought you to Ghana, who were you living with?
I was living with my uncle. I was living with my uncle and the family. And we were a family of about 12 boys and a girl. 12 boys and a girl. Wow. So you can imagine.
I can imagine.
You can imagine. And it was something else. I mean, I said that when you have even, I put in the picture of animals, let's say chickens, and you think they are all of the same breed. When you bring another breed to mix with, with them, you realize there's a bit up. Sometimes you may not know, but when you come, you realize that there's a bit up. They are not the same. So that was the challenge that I had with them, because I was from somewhere else and was brought to live with them. So I had a lot of challenge.
Share some of the challenges with us.
We lived in Alajo, to be precise. By then, Alajo was not what we know today, where the place is grown. And you have to wake up and take care of the sheep. We have sheep, we have fishes, we have rabbits, we have goats. So you have to take care of all this before you leave for school. So I'll wake up early in the morning, go for the hay. We call it into. You go for the hay for the sheep and the goats. Then you have to put the fish. You have to feed the sheep with the feed, the chicken feed. You have to feed the sheep and the fishes as well before you get ready to go home. And our the house was a 3-story building. You have to make sure you clean the tiles, and before you get ready to go to school. Sometimes it was horrible. When you don't finish on time, your shoes can be seized, and you have to wear barefooted to school.
Were there times you felt like going back to your father in Liberia?
My father had then traveled back to the United States.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was my auntie who was in Liberia by then. Was in Liberia.
Since your father had left Liberia, how did you end up in Liberia again?
Well, after 20 years, so now we are fast forward. After 20 years, he traveled back to Ghana to come and check on me. It was then when he came and he saw how I looked. Yes, because this was a special child. They gave birth to me on the same day of one of their President Tabma, or one of their presidents. So he really loved me. They really loved me. So he brought me to the brother who was then doing well to take care of me. But when he came back after 20 years, what he saw, he didn't like it. So he planned, I mean, men don't cry, but that day I saw tears in the eyes of my father. And it brings tears to my eyes now. It brings tears to my eyes because I now can remember how he felt, because I have children now. I can remember, I can see how he felt leaving his children for a very long time and coming back to see his son looking this way. So he planned, he has to take me back to Liberia to live with his sister. I wasn't taken there alone, but I was taken with my 3 sisters. I have 3 sisters and I was the boy. They all have to go back to the family house in Osu to go and live with our aunties. But I remained. And I cannot tell whether it was sheer wickedness or whatever, because the woman loved me. She will go anywhere with me, to the market. She goes anywhere with me. But when it comes to the treatment and to the training, it was so severe. So sometimes you cry a little, then you just adjust. You look at the love that is shown to you. You have to clean. After you have cleaned, they tell you, all right, now you can go out to the movies. Or I'm taking you out, and you realize that you come back to yourself. So this was how I was in and out, wanting to go away, wanting to stay.
1 minute, I love you. 1 minute, I don't love you that much.
Yes. They had a problem with their setting, with the marriage. So they were in the house, but there was separation, and nobody knows about it. So I was cooking for my uncle. I did all the cooking, the washing and everything. So that brought something. It brought a real rift. It was like, now you are doing what I'm supposed to do. So then you face me. So every time there is fight. But you know, I did not understand until I've grown and realized, no, I was taking the place of somebody. I was taking the place of somebody. They could have mended their fight, but because I was there,
you were able to replace her.
Yes, so my uncle was like, oh.
They not see the need.
So that was where my fight, it became a fight between us. And I didn't know. I became rude because now I was not under her control. I could go out and come in at any time. When my uncle is out, I'm also out. I joined friends out there. So it was a very bad situation.
When your father came, what really pushed him to move you out of the house?
The story he told me was that he had sent some money down for a house to be built for him. And when he came down, the house was not built, and his children were not
being taken good care of. So your uncle disappointed him.
So with all this, he's going to take me from there. So that was what brought the whole genesis of my going to Liberia.
So how was your moving to Liberia? Was your uncle okay with it? Was it difficult to let him let go of you?
Very well. I mean, it wasn't even disclosed to him. It wasn't disclosed to him. And myself, I didn't know I was going to travel. I was just called one of the days my father came from when he came from the United States, he normally goes out. So he came in and he told me I should get ready. I'll be traveling, but I shouldn't tell his brother. And I have so much love for the brother. I even loved him more than
your father.
So I couldn't tell him. So we went out, they took me out and kept me at Osu. There's a hotel that my auntie that had come from Liberia was living. And they did my passport, everything. So for a day or two, I wasn't seeing my uncle. Then they just bundled me to Liberia.
So you couldn't even say goodbye?
No, I couldn't say goodbye.
So let me come back to Liberia. I'm very interested in Liberia. When the war started, were you in Liberia?
Very well. I left Ghana 1989, precisely in August. And nothing happened for 1 year. So 1989, in December, the war started. We could hear the pangs of it, that there's something going on the countryside. But it never got to Monrovia. So schooling, everything was okay. But they were fighting. So life was very much okay for me. Yeah, I was very much okay. Life was very much okay. But after a while, then we heard that the war has gotten closer.
Getting closer.
It has really gotten closer. But by then, it was almost a year, and they have to come back. My father has to come back to Accra. Then my auntie also had to come back to Accra for their mother's funeral, I think 5 years or so. So we were ready. They were ready coming back home, and the war broke out in Monrovia. Yes. So I was there from the beginning. I was there. I saw everything.
How did you survive? Because those of us who even watched it on television, it was something else. So to have a first-hand taste of it, how was it?
Very well. Like I was saying, we have packed, because we have baked some pig feet, roasted, a lot of things they were bringing down to Accra. They were bringing,
appetite.
They were bringing down to Accra, and we heard that the borders were closed. There were no planes moving, so they were stuck. We were thinking it was going to get better. All we heard was the rebels. We call them freedom fighters. You dare call them rebels? The freedom fighters are in town. They are in town, and you could see them walk in line. So we've heard the news of how they behave and how they act. When you see them in line coming, then you know that they are really in town. So we saw them through our windows that, wow, the people are really in town. It didn't take a second, then the fighting broke out in Monrovia. The fighting broke out where we were. We were in Kerry Street. Where we were on Kerry Street, the fighting broke out. So we were stuck in our house for about 8 days.
Did you have enough food?
We were eating the
pig
pork,
feet,
the pig feet, and then we were eating
the one for the funeral.
Yes. We ate it till it rot, and we're still eating it. Some decided they were not going to eat it, but I was eating it. Because you need to survive. You need to survive. So that was what we fed on and on and on until help came. Because the two main frontiers, Charles Taylor and Prince Johnson, has broken off. When they got to Monrovia now, this person said, I want to be president. This person said, I want to be president. Because they were very close to the mansion. And understanding could not prevail. So fighting broke between the two of them, and we were in the midst of it. So we were under artillery fire, gunfire, everything, until we decided we were going to flag a white flag. So from the various windows, we had white flags showing that we were there and we were at risk. And some of the soldiers came in to come and take us out and ask us to leave the place. So that was how we...
So with all the bombs and the gunshots, did you ever think you were going to survive?
It will not come to your mind when death is close to you, because death happens sudden. And I don't think anybody wishes that they will wish that they will die. Yeah, so we could hear buildings being bombed, maybe 1 or 2 houses just after, but we were in there and we were comforted. Nobody was scared, thinking they were going to die. But that was how we came out. Finally, we came out. Not that then the fighting has stopped, but the fighting was still going on. But you have to walk through the bullets. Until we got to a place they call Waterside, that we saw dead bodies all around. Dead bodies everywhere. In the swamp, you see that the bodies have stayed in the swamp. And when the bodies stay in the water, it peels and becomes like albino. So you could see it's not a good scene. It's not a good scene to behold.
How traumatizing was it for you? I mean, to see your family prepare pork and chicken for funeral, and suddenly you are faced with gunshots, bombs, and you have to walk through bullets to that point. Were you traumatized?
The whole family was traumatized. The whole family. My auntie, who was very prominent in Liberia, because our house, we were well. I mean, she was okay. I mean, she had
Money.
substance, yes, because we were selling kinky. So when you get to Monrovia, you have to pass through the house and taste kinky before you. And she was having cash. So, I mean, we left everything. You can't take nothing. We left basically everything. What she could take was the few dollars. We were also dealing in used clothing, used jeans. So she had some amount. So she tied the money on her waist. That was all we could take, and some few belongings just to cross to Taylor Lines.
How, this is very interesting. When the soldiers helped you cross, when they helped you cross, how difficult was it for you? Because this is a situation where you're dealing with two different forces.
Then there is a third one, Addo. So there were three. Addo was held on one side, and the two were fighting. Their target, all their target was Addo, to capture Addo, Samuel Addo, the then president. But they left Addo and his people, and now we're fighting between themselves. So we could make our way within that time to a safer ground where Charles Taylor was.
We will continue to listen to Pastor Addo right after this commercial break.
Restoration.
Come on. Keep up with me. Let's go. I'ma keep winning till the world stops spinning. I'ma keep winning till the world stops spinning. I'ma keep winning till the world stops spinning. I'ma keep winning till the world stops. Independent women, let's go. Keep up with me, come on. Winning till the world stops spinning. Keep up with me, come on, let's go. I'ma keep winning till the world stops spinning. Independent women, come on, now let's get it. I'ma keep winning till the world stops spinning. Africa, you feel me? Come on, now let's get it.
New styles from Darling. Find your beautiful.
GTP, timeless.
Breakfast good day, every day.
Nestle, good food, good life.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
We are a people of choice and preference. Our choices determines the quality of our lives. Our preferences depends on vast reasons. Hisense has all the reasons.
Hisense Inverter Fridge is very elegant. Efficient cooling system that keep your food fresher.
Hisense means quality, long-lasting quality.
Hisense AC is energy efficient, it's super chill, and it does not make noise.
إيمانويل إيديبايور التوغولي إذا يحتفل بهذه الأمسية بأنه سجل
Watch all your seasonal football matches on Hisense TV. Only Hisense gives you 5 years warranty. Hisense everyday prices for everyday people.
Hisense, life reimagined.
Breakfast good day, every day.
Nestle, good food, good life.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
I remember the days I just couldn't go to the gym because it was that time of the month. Yas extra long sanitary pad took the worry away. Easy.
Yes, comfort, I got yes, confidence, I got yes.
The new Yas Extra Long Sanitary Pad is the joy of every woman. It is extra absorbent and fits perfect. Don't allow anything to hold you back when it's that time.
Wow.
Yes, yes, yes.
Feel confident, stay fresh.
Hi. Is it supposed to be that time of the month?
Yes. I got yes, confidence, I got
yes.
We got yes, protection, I got
Yas Extra Long Sanitary Pad for extra comfort.
we got yes, protection.
Breakfast good day, every day.
Nestle, good food, good life.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Welcome back from the commercial break. Well, I have been telling you on social media that you should send us a message to tell us what you like about the show, your most fun episodes, and lessons that this show has really taught you. And some people did just that, and some people also nominated people they believe are big fans of restoration. By kind courtesy, Hisense, our sponsor, we were out to surprise somebody who has been in love and is still in love with restoration. Let's go and watch that.
Welcome to the
Ago. I told me to Auntie Akoto. Auntie Akoto, I met me a room. Auntie Akoto, Maba. So it's another lovely week and it's time for our Hisense Super Crazy giveaway moment. And like always, we visit someone who is a big fan of this show to surprise the person. And today we're here with Auntie Akoto. Now you're behind your bonnet and the Hisense asmaye. Say yemra, niemebo wabasu. If it's a washer restoration, pa.
Micheal,
pa. Over here, me.
Oh, Micheal, after church 2:30, Micheal.
Hey, so here, me. Hey, they're really serious. Now the hipa now here when you do.
The manager, my man, I would replace him. 2 years,
oh, Lizzie. They say the man knew the man the three. Omoko school. Oh, they say omo here pa. Omo na your girls. Omo na your girls. Say na buy a Hisense say. Omo da se. Say wa share your sa say wa share crash me ami mu ami ade.
Wa we so share chem.
Na ye share adwuma we ye ya. Achede na ye de aba no. Eni wa adwuma na so ekọ. Hisense de eba efie niema anase niema eye electronics a ema efie eni baabi aye ni kay Hisense. Ebo no eda form ana eye papa ye niema no so enye home use. Enye second hand. Eye brand new. Nti Hisense what member na me de bo abas. Nti me de wa chede no eba. Hisense for say Auntie Akoto and then member will be na we say no mo se koswa na her restoration na se si a wo hwe me dem se so say me na me pass so na ba to dey na wo ka che Hisense
the Hisense for us Micheal, Mr. Koswash, and my bomb,
Well, so that's our winner for this week for our Restoration High Sense Super Crazy giveaway. So you can keep your messages coming. You could be the next person I will be visiting. So just make sure that you're tuned in. Send us your messages across our social media platforms, and you could be the next person I visit.
Restoration.
Well, so that was our winner for this week. Next week, you can also win. All you have to do is to send us a message to our social media platforms, Restoration with Stacey or Stacey Amwateng on Facebook, or Restoration with Stacey or at Stacey Amwateng GH on Instagram. You can also send us a message on our telephones on 020-511-7382, and we will get in touch with you. Today in the studio, someone in the audience is actually going to get something amazing from High Sense, because it's the High Sense Super Crazy giveaway on Restoration. And our guest will also get something from High Sense, but it's not going to be on a silver platter. I will put you to a task before I give it to you. Okay, so we're back. Pastor Addo, I mean, it was so intense. I had to just break the ice a little for us to take a little breather. At that point, did it change anything? Because being a pastor now, I am now thinking maybe that experience is what brought you to be a pastor. Is that really the case?
Very well. Thank you very much. I think what I've discovered is that I'm a child of destiny. And God has really prepared me for this generation, you know, to talk about these life experiences so that now and the generations yet unborn will learn from what I have experienced. You know, I have come out from Liberia with bitterness. My auntie was killed. The husband, they killed him. My cousin.
On the way?
No, we were kept in a container.
How?
We were kept in a container. You know, they told ECOMOG not to come over. Chancellor warned ECOMOG not to come to Monrovia or Liberia. So the day they landed on the soil on Monrovia, Liberia, all foreigners that belonged to ECOWAS were just rounded up.
How did they get hold of you?
They knew us, they knew our homes, they knew where we lived.
But you had left home.
We've moved from Monrovia to another place called New Georgia. You know, when they allowed us to go out, it wasn't our way back to Ghana. We had gone to live somewhere for a longer time.
You're joking?
Yes. So the war still was on. And they have killed my auntie because they got to know that she was having money.
How did they capture her?
We were in the house, you know, we were in the house in a place they call New Georgia. Those were the deadly lines. And they came around. We just heard BBC, the news. BBC News, we don't joke with it. When you hear, panana, 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 then you want to hear what is going on. So that afternoon we heard that Taylor has said that they don't want ECOMOG to come to Liberia, but they have landed. So when one freedom fighter dies, two foreign civilians will go. So they captured all of us and put us in a container.
Container?
40-footer container. That was where we were. Just like sheep or chickens that were going to be slaughtered. They kept us there.
Was it locked or they opened it?
It was locked and it was hell.
How were you breathing? Ventilation?
It was locked. And so there was this Sierra Leonean general who knew the professor. That's my auntie's husband. And he was told that the professor is inside the container. So he came and the professor had paralyzed. They have beat him till he was paralyzed. You know how the beating goes on? A man and a man, a woman and a woman. You have to be slapping each other. So when you are fit, you survive. When you are not fit, you break down. If you can't beat that person, they give you a stick, then hit the legs. So my auntie's husband could not stand. He had been paralyzed. He was in the container. And the general heard that the professor was in the container. So he came to tell them that even animals, when they are going to be killed, they give them water and air. Drink. So we should open the container a little. So that was how the container was a little bit open. It's sad. But my auntie, you know, she couldn't take it any longer. So she started insulting them. Oh. Started insulting them. So one day, one of the rebels said, you want to go to Ghana? You know, she couldn't take it any longer because it was too much. He said, yes, take me to Ghana. That was how they bundled them and killed them.
Shot them?
They shot them. Took them to a place and shot them. They took them to a place. So all this had made me to have bitterness in me. So my plan was to come back to Ghana and come and train, get ammunition, and go back there and pay back. That was my aim that I came to Ghana with. That was my aim, to go back. So this was what was behind, motivated me.
How were you going to face all these freedom fighters alone?
You know, we learned that somebody sponsored Charles Taylor. So I knew I was definitely going to get a sponsor. I was definitely going to get a sponsor. And I am not the only one that was bitter by then. There were a lot of people.
So you would have just gone back to any other person who was bitter?
Yes.
And you also start your own
Yes, I'll start my
rebellion.
own freedom fighting. Start my own freedom fighting. But when I got back home, you know, there was a dream that I dreamt in the container that we were pushing a very big stone. We were pushing that large stone. And I was the only one that was supposed to come out of this, under the stone. So when I came out, then I woke up. So I told my auntie that I have dreamt some dream. He said, when you go home, tell the story well. Tell the story well. But you know, I was young. I didn't understand what she was talking about. But later, I saw that maybe she saw that she wasn't going to make it. And within some few days, there was this gentleman that comes to eat kenke in the house. He's a librarian. And when he comes, I normally remove the leaves for him because they didn't know how to eat the kenke. So he saw me in the container and said, hey, what are you doing here? Are you a Ghanaian? I said, no, I'm not a Ghanaian. No, I'm not a Ghanaian. I just helped them. He said, I'll take you out. This evening, dawn, I'll take you out. So dawn around 4, he came and opened the container and asked me to come out. So when I came out, then he told me I should find my way. And there, it started raining. So I have to walk on that rain. Already, I've had some rain experience already. There was one time they were coming for us, and it started raining. So I had to go and hide somewhere. Can you believe I stayed in that uncompleted house, and it rained, and we were there. You just remove your clothing, squeeze it, and wear it back. And it can rain. It do rain seriously in Monrovia. So all this did not change me at that time. So when I got back to Ghana, it was then that I was nurturing what I wanted to do, talking to people. Then I found myself with a group that we were planning actually how to. But we thank God because the plans of man are not his plans. When you have a plan for you, that's what he charts. And one of my friend's mother, you know, we used to sing together. I was with John Jermaine and some other guys. We were 4. So one of them, mother called me and said, let's go to church. Because although I had these friends, I had some other ones that were wicked. I mean, wherever wrongs are going, they know about it. Yes. So the woman told us, let's go to church. Let's go to church. She keep inviting us, but anytime she invites us, that we tell her, greet Jesus for us. Greet Jesus for us. So one day we followed her, and that was how I landed in church with my dreadlocks, and God touched me.
Wow.
It took a very long time, but this is how far it has brought me.
How were you able to let go of the pain and the bitterness?
It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. I did not want to see the face of any librarian. When I hear the language, I remember. So I had prayed about it because I began to know that the scriptures tells me that I shouldn't have bitterness in my heart. Even if I have something that is grudgy between me and my brother, I have to go back and reconcile before I even give my offering.
Yeah.
So I said, why am I in church and I'm still having this pain? So Holy Spirit helped me. And lo and behold, everything vanished. But the tears are still there. The dreams still come. And I'm just believing God that one day they will also go away. Later, when I crossed to Monrovia, it was then that the news went around that one small boy, 17, 18 years boy has crossed. Skeleton boy has crossed. I was a skeleton boy. Has crossed. How did he manage to cross? So the Sierra Leoneans captured me and asked, how did I come through? How did I manage to come through? I said, I don't know. It was raining and I just
came through the rain.
And I'm talking about a distance of about from Tema to Circle.
Whoa.
Distance walk. So I have walked and gotten to their checkpoint, and they put their gun on me that I should surrender. Me, skeleton boy. So I dropped everything that I had. I even took off my clothing. That this is me, I don't have anything. And they could not speak any language except their language and some broken English. So when I talk, they say they don't believe. I said, oh, what do you want me to do? So lo and behold, some Nigerian forces came around. I told them I'm Ghanaian. But they have killed my auntie, they have killed me, so how come? So who do I want to see? I said, I want to see Arnold Queen, because he's the person who I know. I want to see Queen. And they said Queen has gone to Nigeria, and I can't see Queen. So what do I want? I said, then I want to come back home to Ghana. Sierra Leoneans say, no, we won't leave you. So they kept me with them for about a week or two, still not trusting that I was Ghanaian or I was harmful. They thought I was harmful. So they kept me, and until a ship came that was a military ship that was going to Nigeria. So one Nigerian guy told me, do you want to go to Nigeria? When you get to Nigeria, you can cross and come. I said, I want to go.
How did you cross from Nigeria to Ghana? Because you didn't have anything.
Yes, there was another ship that was coming to Ghana. I was packaged onto it.
Free consignment.
Yes, and I was packaged onto it. So my name was what gave me out. Micheal, Kpakpo, Addo. So when the name was mentioned, they knew that this gentleman is from.
It's from Ghana.
So they brought me straight to Osu.
How did they take the news of your auntie, your uncle?
We had some of them not believing, even up to today, that they were dead. 29 years, if they were alive by now.
They would have come home.
29 years on, if they were alive, they would have come home. So we haven't had any formal funeral, nothing for them.
Let's talk about your ministry. Many people have different things they actually have as focus for their ministry. What is your focus?
From my upbringing up to where I am now and all the challenges that I have gone through, I singled out 3 areas. Number 1, parenting. Parenting. Don't give birth to a child that you cannot take care of. Never do that. Reason is, when I go out and I see our young people just walking around aimlessly, no parental care, it scares me. Because these were the children that were used in the war. We learned they were being paid $100. Some were saying they were not paid $100. So imagine they are paying, somebody comes, or I succeeded and I'm paying these guys $100. When they go and enroll in it. So we have to make sure that all our children are very well catered for. They are the same young people that will be used by wicked people in society to come and harm us. Yeah. I hear rumors of war. I remember one time I was in my office somewhere, and there was a discussion that was going on that this is about 10 years ago. There was a discussion that was going on the radio, and the men that were on the radio were talking about war. And you know, when I hear war, it scares me.
Because you've
seen it. It scares me. So I have to leave my office and go to the studio and tell them that you are hurting somebody. If you are there and you're also planning one,
stop it.
Stop it. Stop it. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing.
I think bottom line, let love reign. There should be a lot of love.
Yes.
You don't pay anything for love. You don't pay anything for peace. It's just you yourself deciding to give these things out. And it even gives you stability yourself. Okay, so it's time for our High Sense Super Crazy giveaway. So I'm going to start with you. I'm going to pass something round. We have some ballots in there. Just pick one. If you happen to pick any paper that says congratulations, kindly let me know. Okay, there's the part I love. Okay, as we pass it around, I would want to say a very big thank you to Doxa Open University. They have visited us today, and I hope someone gets to take something home today. And Doxa is actually located at Dansoman. So if you're interested in journalism or any course in communication studies, you should get in touch with them. I'm sure they are really producing some very good gems for this industry. So if you're out there and you're looking at going to a media school, make Doxa Open University your ultimate choice. Okay, so it looks like we're done, right? Yeah. Okay, now we can open. I'm so excited. Who has been lucky this week? You have, okay. So come on stage. I want everybody to see you. Okay, so you win this from High Sense.
Thank you.
Congratulations. When I was looking at you, I was having a feeling that you're going to win something. So that means I have to see you back next week.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll
be here. Trust me.
Hey, you don't have a choice.
I'll be here.
You don't have a choice. Thank you very much. And it's coming from High Sense, and High Sense is saying a very big thank you to you for supporting Restoration. So next week, you could be the winner. So next week, if you don't come, and you're not wala. Oshafu,
yes.
Pick. Okay. Pastor, pick the green one.
High Sense ceramic steam iron.
Wow! So Pastor Addo is taking home our High Sense electronic ceramic steel iron. Yes. So this is coming from High Sense. Also for this one is a keeper. So thank you very much. And I have some other fabulous things to give you from our sponsor, Lexta Ghana Limited. They are producers of Yas products, and Hooch Corn and Choco Flakes. So they also have a hamper for you. So Lexter is giving you Hooch Corn Flakes, and we have some books in here as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And our final product. So now you can get restoration souvenirs to buy. We have our pillows, we have our mugs, we have our pens. So wherever you are in the world, you can actually contact us on 020-511-7382 and we will deliver to you. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. So if you're interested in any of our souvenirs, just get in touch with us and we will make sure we deliver to you. Okay, and Pastor, from the restoration team, we have another gift for you. It's our souvenirs. So now, thank you very much, Na. So you have a restoration pillow and you have our mug.
Thank you very much.
So you can keep this in your office. So every time you're having your breakfast, and it should be with Milo, make sure it's in this mug.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming. Well, it has been another interesting episode, and I'd like to say a very big thank you to all of you for watching us all over the world. I'm saying a very big thank you to our sponsors, Darling Hair. We're very grateful. To Milo, thank you very much. To Hisense, thank you very much. And this is my Hisense phone. And sweetheart, the things this phone has been doing to me, you have no idea. You should go out there and get the Hisense Rock. That is what I have with me today. So thank you very much. Also going to Yaz Sanitary Pad, to Hooch Corn and Choco Flakes, to GTP La Palm Royal Beach Hotel, Ophelia of ABS Collection, thank you very much for my outfit. To GH Beauty Artistry, thank you for my makeup. Abiba Locks, thank you very much for my hair. Stacey's Boutique GH, thank you very much for my shoes. And always do remember, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. We'll see you same time next week.
Welcome to the end of the tunnel. I see a bright light shining through, and it's just for you.